Late breaking.
Late breaking. Tom's pissed off.
All right. And that's going to come in after Anaconda.
Wow.
Okay, apparently we are live. Good morning, everybody. This is another great show. We're here on a Sunday morning speaking to you live via the internet. These tubes have brought you our voices and our thoughts. We hope that you enjoy them as much as we have enjoyed them here on the Speaker's Corner. Good morning!
Good morning.
All right, let me go ahead and introduce you to our cast of characters. Starting from my left, I don't know where he is on your screen, but we'll start with Frank Hethington. Say good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Jeffrey. Did you know that there are 11 states that have dual Democratic senators?
Does that mean that they have guns and walk 10 paces away from each other and shoot?
They can dual wield. They can dual wield.
Oh, it's dual wielding. That means that
yeah.
they have two weapons at any one given time.
So it's probably a sword and like a parry.
So they can't drink at the same time.
No.
Because both of their hands are full.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that tidbit and morsel of useful knowledge. Thank you, Frank. We'll move on to the next. Michelle Ziggy, our illustrious producer and largest headphone wearer of the day. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I guess that was good. And then from our most northern point of light, Tom Holme from New York City. Well, really, is it more Woodside, Queens?
Woodside, Queens, but that's in New York City.
Yeah, okay, New York City. From New York City, Tom Holme.
Good morning. I am curious. I want to give Frank back the light because what does dual senator mean? Because that'll probably lead us into our first topic.
I was just referring to something that crossed my mind today. I was like, well, how many states actually have two senators that are Democratic? And I thought it was going to be a lot lower than it actually was, but apparently there are 11 states in the Union that have two senators that are both Democrats. And for some reason, there was an election.
Is that current, or is that in the upcoming Congress?
No, that's currently.
Currently.
And
I'm in one of those
change?
states.
Yes, Tom is actually in one of those states.
Is California another one?
Yeah, that would be correct.
All right, let's see if we can name them.
Michigan.
It's not Wyoming.
Michigan is one. Wyoming is not one.
Wyoming is not it. It is also
Vermont,
not
no,
Georgia.
It's not Vermont because Vermont's independent and it's not Maine.
I think it's Hawaii.
Oregon?
Connecticut is also another one.
Hawaii?
Hawaii's a good guess.
Hawaii is yes.
Okay. Massachusetts?
Yes.
Okay. How many have we named? 6? 8?
6.
Washington State.
Yes.
Oregon.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Currently Colorado, not to be.
Really,
Yes.
I'm just going through
Currently
all
Colorado,
the states
yes.
that you have legalization of marijuana in my
Ah,
head.
that was another
I'm sorry,
reason
baby.
that-
New York State is not. Ain't
No,
illegal
I
here.
understand. No, I know that.
But it's on the way, brah.
But like that's what I'm going through in my head. All the states that have that first, and those seem to qualify for this, and then we'll
I
go
thought it
into
was
the next set, and those might be the next ones to qualify. Which New York, we're looking at you, because Florida, you failed.
Illinois
seriously.
is Illinois.
No.
No, okay. What did we miss?
I don't know. I have to look at the website again. But apparently there was an election on Tuesday, and I don't know what happened.
Depends on what channel you're watching or who you're listening to, because either it was thunderstruck by the Republicans, or it was complete failure, flops. It's like, who won? It's like that classic, interviewing the coaches after the game, and some people are like, we just really didn't put our A game out there, and they played a good game, but I think we really just beat ourselves. That would be the Democratic coach talking, whereas the Republican coach would say, I think our boys just went out there with a great plan. We really executed. We based on the fundamentals, and I think at the end, when you execute and run fundamentals, you're going to come out on top. That's the Republican coach talking after the game.
Right.
That's
So
pretty accurate.
we watched. Who are we believing? What coach really had the game, or do neither coach? And we actually have to go to Ditka in the booth for the assessment.
I think that it was a failure of the Democrats because I don't feel that the electorate, the humans that were actually voting, were enthused, energized, or whatnot about any part of this election. It was another mudsling. It was another a race to the bottom, if you will. And so therefore, that has to do with a failure. That one person was a bigger loser than the other. And so it wasn't any particular winner that really carried the day. It was rather who was the less of the losers.
The less of the losers. Wow.
Yeah.
Frank.
Patrick Leahy is the longest-serving senator in the Congress.
And can you answer the germane question at hand that is not germane?
I wasn't really listening.
That's new.
The germane question was, which is your favorite Jackson, Tito or Freddie? You see what I did there, Jermaine?
Did you notice that last night there was a holographic actual performance by Michael Jackson?
Where?
MJ performed somewhere. I saw it on the tubes. I think it was the YouTubes that Michael Jackson performed someplace last night.
Yeah, did he at a Republican celebration?
Oh
No,
no,
it
you're
was
thinking.
not.
No, Jeff, you just saw Reince Priebus. That's who you saw.
Yeah, it's hard to it's easy to confuse them. He looks like bad era Michael Jackson.
And can I just add my asshat of the week?
Please.
I just want to steal some of Tom's thunder here.
Yeah.
I'm so upset with the state of Florida. How can you guys re-elect a reptilian? This guy looks like Voldemort.
Voldemort. No, it's a well-known thing in the state. Yeah.
Skeletor.
The guy has stolen millions of dollars from when he was setting up his insurance money through all the hospitals he set up.
It's all about money.
That's right.
And not only that is how I watch the election coverage is not germane, but I did watch the Daily Show afterwards.
Good.
You did watch the Daily Show, so that makes you an appropriate commenter on the goings on of the day.
Because as I posted to Tom's wife about this, I said there were two elements. You really
shouldn't post to another man's wife. That's not.
That
right,
is
man.
correct.
That's,
I just wanted to.
I'm not comfortable with you posting. I'm not comfortable with you posting to my wife.
Is that like posting up? Is this a basketball term where you just kind of stood next to with your shoulders?
I have to admit, Frank.
Hang on.
I pick and rolled Megan at the wedding.
Oh!
Hang on.
I don't know what that means.
Hang on.
That sounds bad, but no.
Hang on.
It was a dance move. It was clearly a dance move.
I got some dust on my shoulders. Hang on. No, it actually had to do with ideas and money. And apparently money won.
Yes, money.
Because there were no ideas put out, to be honest.
Yeah.
By neither side. This was
a race to the bottom.
Embarrassing. I don't know. I'm not sure who is the chairman of the DNC right now.
Because they're not doing anything.
They need to be shit-canned.
It's the same thing. The Republicans, they get a memo every morning from their fax machines, and they all still have fax machines or something.
Right?
And it says, this is the agenda for the day, and they follow along word by rote. And the Democrats, we're just like, you're cool. Let's all hang out together, and we can do this democracy thing. And it just doesn't work It doesn't work that way when you don't have one person saying this is the agenda. We can name the agenda usually. Go ahead.
My answer to all of that is, why do we stick ourselves into this two-party system? It is the problem. It is not the solution.
I agree.
And the answer to the Democratic Party chairman is
it's blowing in the wind.
Is Kenny G, aka Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
That's Kenny G's real name? What?
Debbie Wasserman Schultz is Kenny G's name?
Yes.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
That's Bette Midler, not Kenny G.
That's Bette Midler, dude.
Sorry. Hey, if you want to go random, I can go random with you. Okay,
Jeff, don't you
see who can
even lie. You remember holding me as we both cried watching Beaches.
And you say remember, and I have that emblazoned across my brain forever and ever as
Don't
the
you
most
ever
beautiful
pretend.
moment that's ever happened.
Jeff, why don't you give the podcast a plug?
Hair plug?
Tillamook cheese.
Butt plug?
This is a USB plug.
Oh dear.
It powers my phone. That
You
is
can
our
actually
plug.
catch our podcast on Spotify, on
Okay,
any
so
major
please
news
check the
network.
show notes so that you can find out what it is that we're
Always
talking
wanna
about again
check
this
the
week.
show notes.
Yep.
Oh, actually, so I'm going to skip around on something on the show notes, but I thought it'd be an interesting thing to talk about because
Please.
the Spotify, it's my things that piss me off that shouldn't really piss me off. So the thing that pisses me off that really shouldn't piss me off is Taylor Swift, because she's the ambassador for New York City, or cultural ambassador for New York City.
She's an ambassador in New York City.
You would tell me because she moved here and she's been here for a year, and that makes her qualified to be an ambassador for the
I
city.
don't understand this.
I don't understand it either. That's why it pisses me off. Apparently, New
She
York
does
City
not have a belly button.
What?
She does not have a belly button. She exposes her midriff on just about every costume she wears, but she does not have a belly. There's no photographic evidence that she has a belly button.
Well, whatever.
She's
one
the
thing I-
first man, because that's what happens. The first.
She's Adam. She has
Adam.
existed
She
throughout
is.
the
She
centuries.
has no
She
belly
is.
button.
Wow.
She was never born.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so related to that though was Taylor Swift does have the distinction of being the only album to be certified platinum this year.
Wow.
And tied into that is a little bit of her effective economic battle with Spotify, where she removed her entire catalog from Spotify. The only people who are carrying the Taylor Swift catalog are streaming services that keep it in the paid level, so it's not in the freemium or the free service.
So you can't get it
only
on
premium.
Pandora. You can't get it on Spotify.
Can't get it on Spotify, and there are a couple of other streaming services that you can get it, but you have to be in the paid bracket, not in the free level. And because that was part of the fight with Spotify, so there's been a kind of question of are we now reaching a tipping point with some of these free services where artists are going to start saying, you know what? Because here's an example of an artist who she pulled her catalog, and she's the only platinum selling artist of the year. Are we going to see other artists look at that and go, is that what I have to do? Participate in this market, but dictate how much I'm willing to participate.
Yep.
Did you know that Mitch McConnell has an Asian wife? The end.
Okay.
Can
so
everyone?
I'm
Also,
not sure.
Sorry, I
Go
just
ahead.
wanted to announce for everyone to be on Showcase, because we do have a running list of links that we're talking through on the show, but also for the people in the cast, so you can see a list of the links.
Oh, now I see the Showcase. Showcase works for me. Nothing else
Great.
does. Great.
Then we'll use that.
I apologize for going off topic.
Can you move
Oh.
things in the showcase?
No.
Oh, okay. So we'll come back around. So I think that, yes, people ought to be able to, as artists, let their music out in whatever way they see fit. And to that end, Taylor Swift has successfully pushed hers in one direction. But that does not mean that it's a recipe that all should follow. My opinion.
I think Taylor Swift and Mitch McConnell should have babies.
Oh, God. There'd be belly buttonless turtles marching
Ooh.
across the U.S.
Or what is the guy from Florida? And then you can have reptiles.
Rick Scott.
Whoa.
Rick Scott and Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'd grumble at that too.
Yeah?
It's not pretty.
All right.
So we have his Taylor Swift navel. I don't even know how to say that. Tesseract.
Tesseract. Hello. Has someone not been watching the Marvel Universe films?
No.
Apparently
Please
not.
explain. Please explain. As our resident comic book guru.
That's what the cube. They refer to the cube as like the Tesseract. So
The Cube.
Oh, okay.
the cube. I don't know, the cube that was in Captain America and in in Avengers.
Yeah, dude. Nick Fury goes nuts over the cube, man.
Okay.
We gotta get these motherfucking Tesseracts off the motherfucking plane.
Okay, so I came up with an idea. We'll go back to the music for 2 seconds, right?
Yes.
Here's another model that I was talking to somebody the other day about. So why not have, because artists are the ones who I believe should get paid for their work. I believe that the record producing engines, the organizations who put together recorded music, aren't near as valuable anymore as the people who create the content. Used to be in an older model, they were much more valuable and they had a lot more value add to what the produced music is. But nowadays, the average human the average musician can put together a MacBook Pro and some decent recording equipment and be able to record themselves to a level that they could produce and sell.
I agree with that. Go.
So to that end, why not let people get music however they like, or give people the clearance to give the artist $5 for the album instead of giving the record company $15 for that same album?
I mean, well, that already exists. I mean, that's Bandcamp. If you've ever bought an album or perused an album off the site Bandcamp, but that's a dissemination vehicle for people who are non-label recording artists or minor label recording artists to get their music out. I purchased some friends' music from Bandcamp.
Yep. And I just think, I guess my point to that is that we should vary the way that things, this content, this media is disseminated, and where it gets to people, how it gets to people, and what their payment model is. I think there's a certain value in having having different ways of getting it to people, and certain people would want to do it one way or another. So that's my 2 cents. I just think that we need to expand the horizons more than what was there, and not think that everything that's not traditional is automatically wrong.
As long as we're willing to pay 2 cents, because my big problem is the assumption, and maybe it's with some of us here, maybe not, but I know increasingly with younger people, the assumption that content should be free and accessible. And I say, no, it shouldn't. There's no guarantor saying content should be free.
Right. There is no guarantor that content should be free, but content should not be pigeonholed into one particular way of being compensated for. And artists should be able to come up with their own ways of doing things, and there shouldn't be a legal recourse for things not going that way. It's just, I would embrace other people doing what Louis C.K. or something, that sold his comedy album for $1 on the internet and made $1 million. So I just embrace people who are trying the different models. So
can I just embrace Taylor Swift?
She's not my type, but you can.
Only if you confirm that she isn't able, so that Jeff stops worrying about it late at night.
You say late at night, and really you mean all the time.
I was giving you a little benefit of the doubt.
So does that take us to our freemium model? Do we want to talk about freemiums?
I think it actually does kind of lead us into, and I didn't realize I was stepping into like danger zone. Yeah, in the danger zone, Tom, where I started to rant a little bit
in the
pre-show about my hatred for day one DLC. And by DLC, I don't mean digital Latin correspondence. That's a different DLC.
Yes.
I meant
down with DLC? Yeah, you know me. Down with DLC? Yeah, you know me.
Not that either. No, I meant downloadable content, which is becoming, it's been common. You buy it. Specifically, I'm talking about video games, where you would buy a game, and then, like maybe 6 months later, or 4 months later, sometime later, a new, like if it was a Call of Duty type game, it might be like 3 more maps for your multiplayer. It's like, all right, cool, for $15, or an update to Civilization 5 that now it's religion has been incorporated in the game. All right, cool, that's a new variation. My rant is the it's the game drops on the 11th of November and you pay $59.99 and install that game.
Full price.
And then it's full price.
You pay full price.
And then that day it's like, oh, but also if you want to play as characters X, Y, and Z for another $20, maybe this should be the things that piss me off that shouldn't piss me off, but it's like it gets my goat that I'm like, really? You're already telling me on day one you don't have the full game. Like,
Right.
If you waited at least a month and a half, I would feel a little bit less like I'm being
What do you
like
mean
you've got
by
your hand in my
full
pocket.
game?
He's saying all the capable pathways. If you think of this as a choose-your-own-adventure through the world that's created by this game, right? You don't have all of the doors are available to you unless you pay for extra content. And if you walk in the first day and this door is locked unless you give them money, you have to pay a toll to go through this door, or you can go through all of these other doors. You now know that this door is locked on day one, so you can't enjoy it if you don't want to spend the money. And I think his argument is that next time, and tell me if I'm wrong, but if you open the doors and you don't know that that door is there, you don't know that that paid door is there, you're able to enjoy the game just like everybody else and experience this new content. And then 2 months, 3 months down the line, somebody gives you another door to go down. That's a new avenue for you to experience, right?
I think that
Yes.
I think that you can pace yourself. I think that everyone gets the same game at the base level. You can go through the game as you want and have the same experience that everyone else has. And then maybe you go through it faster. Maybe you want a different experience. But as long as you can reach the same endpoint, as long as you can finish the game without having to buy anything extra, I think that's like the canon of you can't do this, guys, but you can if you want to have this special gun, have this special gun. If that gives you pure joy and you don't want to go spend it on records, go. I mean that's.
But then you are giving tiers to the players.
This is where I want to draw. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this. Hold on. Sorry, let me say this. I just want to draw a line in the sand because I feel like you're seeing this more and more, and I feel like if we don't stop, suddenly it's going to be like you're going to get basically like a car that's no doors, no windows. It's got 4 wheels and an engine, so you can drive it. But you want seat belts for $2 extra? We can probably put the seat belts in, and eventually because they're looking and they're like, oh wait, this is a great way to milk the consumer. And so I'm just concerned that eventually this is going to keep, because the profit line of realizing, wow, we can really just like the people, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse before people just say, you know what, no, screw that, just sell me the game, don't sell me this like I'm going to give you a taste and then charge you out the wazoo.
So do you think that all seats on an airline should be the same price?
No, you should pay extra to be a pilot.
But the airlines have very successfully had varied price models. And that two people sitting right next to each other could pay completely different prices because that's what their market will bear. And the gaming industry is feeling their way around what works and what doesn't work to get to that same concept. So you charge the maximum that they are allowed to charge for that particular thing. But sports did the same thing when they did a varied price model, and now now a lot of sports teams are moving back to standard pricing because it's just simpler for people to understand. So I think it's a sway. I think it's a movement. I think it's something that it's supposed to go like the oceans.
The plane thing. This is where the plane thing is a little bit different. This is like the equivalent of like paying for extra, different skin models. Like, oh, I'm getting, now I can wear the vest with fuzzy fringe, or I can run around with a red gun. I'm talking about, people who are in cabin class can only fly as far as Wyoming, but those who pay the extra can actually get to San Diego.
Or if you're on the airplane, everybody who paid over $250 can now stand up and leave the airplane. If you paid under $250, you have to wait until they get off the airplane, then you can stand up.
I'm gonna push you out of the plane because Michelle's ready to take the joystick and fly this sucker.
Woo! You guys hating on Wyoming?
Paid extra.
Man. They got like bison.
Frank, you're still in coach. Michelle's got the joystick.
Yeah, she's got. Whoa, is that an innuendo of some sort?
Hi. So, guys,
I don't think so.
The thing that I want to mention that is very different than the airline industry is that tech. I don't know how to simplistically say this, but you have a lot of people that are building themselves into that industry. And if we don't, you're not going to get a lot like our old paradigms of creating these big, massive games that we're going to deploy. It cannot be continued. We can't keep it that way in the tech world because we're getting so many people. We have to have these people do things. And you have to micro these transactions because that person that created that world over here, he has to continue that world to have a job. Because there's another person.
So you're saying it's not batch process anymore. It is iterative.
I think it's iterative.
And that iterative needs iterative payments as well as iterative working. So somebody's working on the game and the whole World of Warcraft world, right? So they did a great job of iterating and creating new parts of the world that people kept paying money for.
Yes. Yes,
there's a place for that.
A fundamental change in approach or underlying assumptions.
This is
Tom's
where the
argument
difference.
was
This
his
is where
first day. Where's the
line in
first
the
day?
sand. Yeah, World of Warcraft drops a complete game, and then to keep people excited, interested, they'll put patches in place. They'll have events happen, throughout the year. That's included. They'll rebalance characters. Sorry, go ahead.
Patches are if something's wrong, so they're correcting something, rebalancing characters if something's wrong. If they have unbalanced the world so that this character does more damage than could ever possibly be given back to them, then yes, they have to go and correct that because it is an iterative process. They're learning from their players, they're developing based on what the players' feedback is, and then we have to go, oh, we screwed up. Let me correct this. And so you send out a patch and it updates it, and then you go on to the next thing and you try another thing with the players, and you say, okay, try this gun. It's got plus 20, and then you realize, oh shit, that gave them way too much power. So then you take it back and you keep going in that way and patch, and then you go again to the next one.
Well, and I think that there's one thing that World of Warcraft did do where they would take classes and particular items and always be doing this with them, right? And that every time they'd release a patch, somebody else would get a little stronger that was weak before, and they would be more valuable in your group for whatever reason. And then the next patch would come out and somebody else would be a little bit more valuable than they were before. So that allowed each player to stay in their character line and have this ebb and flow of what their role is. And it wasn't the guy that's the tank is always number one, and everybody needs to follow them. Now, okay, well, the healers became more important than the tanks did for a little while, and that changing of dynamic makes the game more interesting on an interpersonal level.
It makes it dynamic, like you're actually engaged in a game that is changing as you're giving it feedback. And it being the developers. Okay, so first day DLC. I think there are rules that you cannot have. Again, cannot be something that you have to complete the game with. I bought the game. I should be able to complete the game, and then whether or not you can put a weight on your gameplay versus another gameplay. So if you're doing player versus player, I don't think that kind of stuff. There shouldn't be some dominating person that would basically ruin the play of somebody else's first game. And I understand that, and I do respect that. And I think that those two requirements. But if you want to pace yourself, you don't have to have that special gun. You can wait and have that special gun. But just like you would 3 months later if you wanted to release that special gun 3 months later. But there are a lot of people biting at the bit trying to get those DLCs as fast as possible because they like to consume things quickly, in binge, like we do, or royal way. So I agree, Tom. I do agree that we should not release a bunch of downloadable content to make you feel like I didn't actually buy the game. But there is some value in some people go through it really quick, some people go through it really slow. So why do the ones that are quick have to wait, and so on and so forth? It's just trying to be that balance. And there are people that still have to feed their kids.
Wait, people feed children? Maybe I've been doing it wrong.
They feed their children. You might ask for some help through some social games like Farmville or something if you need.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, to the next topic.
Indeed.
Because this topic was dead, Joe. So I continue to A1A.
Beachfront Avenue.
Okay, so Walmart put out a controversial webpage for Halloween, and we haven't spoken about Halloween, and that was 10 days ago now. So I'm going to speak about it now. There was a fat girl costume on Walmart, and there was a Twitter storm that came back from the fact that there was a webpage for costumes for chunky girls. Thoughts?
I have to. We have just now put it up on our showcase, and I don't see any on the face problem with this. Let me see.
How do they actually title it? Did they literally say chunky girls?
No, I think they said fat girls. I think they literally said fat girls.
Well, they didn't do themselves any service with that label. I mean, they could have said a million different ways of.
And they renamed it instead of fat girls costumes. Now it says plus size women Halloween costumes.
No, I think that was it was actually it went from party occasions, Halloween, adult Halloween costumes, women's plus size Halloween costumes, and then buried under that was fat girl costumes.
Oh yeah?
As at least according to the link that you had provided.
Yeah.
And then the image on that.
Gotcha.
So it didn't start at.
Somebody
Fat
had
girl,
to go and
went
it was a
to-
category underneath women's plus size Halloween costumes.
Oh, so it was almost like
So if you searched
keyword
for
search.
fat girl costume, something would come up.
Yes.
then that's not as, forgive the expression, that's not as big a deal, I think, as because I think for those of unless
They're trying to optimize.
you could have like meta tagged it so it wasn't on the front page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it would have still showed up in a search without it being listed. So someone who is searching for plus size doesn't see fat girl listed.
They shouldn't have let the intern do it that day.
But
No.
isn't it just truth in advertising? I mean, isn't it really just accurate nomenclature?
no, women's plus size Halloween costumes is accurate nomenclature. Fat
Well,
girl costumes is not.
But it's just a different way of saying it. It's just a crude way of saying it. And I think they're speaking to their audience as well as they are being accurate in terminology.
I want to say no, they're not. But this is Walmart. Yeah, probably.
They are speaking to their audience.
Wow. So we just got we're criticizing them for being
I'm not
like,
criticizing
bigoted,
them.
and then we in turn become bigoted ourselves. Well, it is Walmart people, so
Walmart.
No, I'm not
Dang.
criticizing. I am really not. I just am pointing out the fact that they were accurate in their statements and just spoke directly to their audience. And it was against typical things. All right, so let's go on to the next one. Awful TV shows. Apparently, the Discovery Channel is trying to get someone killed because there is a show that is planned to have a man eaten by an anaconda. I've seen that on social media all week as a flash-in-the-pan headline. Any thoughts?
no, that's got to be just riffing on them. That can't be real.
It's not real because I don't have a link.
What is an anaconda?
It is a real thing. Men to be eaten alive by anaconda on TV.
Is it one of the flying Walendas? No.
Is it a carny show?
Will it
So
hurt
it is
the
a
anaconda?
snake-proof suit. So he's supposed to get eaten by this thing in a suit on the Discovery Channel.
Oh, so he's going to wear a wetsuit and then get
Well, not just a wetsuit, but so that he
Enveloped
can
by,
breathe and all these kind of things.
a snake.
Is
Why?
it hurt the anaconda? If it doesn't hurt the anaconda, okay, this is goofy, but and I'm sorry we can't ask the anaconda for its permission. But if this hurts the anaconda, this is not Discovery. Why?
Why can't he get eaten up by a Venus flytrap?
Because I don't think it's got a big enough stomach.
Because if it hurts the anaconda, then the anaconda don't want none.
Yep.
Unless he's got buns, hon.
Oh, God.
That is pretty... I mean, that is amazing that, things like the Learning Channel and Discovery Channel have turned into just basically reality TV porn. It's depressing.
I agree.
Just want to let you know that local broadcasts of this podcast are brought to you by Anacondas, Tillamook Cheese, Southwest Airlines, and viewers like you.
Do you know who still has some class? Disney.
Yeah?
Disney still has some class.
So?
Disney. What's this Disney Princesses?
Yes.
Disney Princesses doing for breast cancer awareness.
Can I have all of them, please?
So the artist did a rendition of the princesses with mastectomies.
All right, Jeff. Who is your favorite Disney princess? Go.
My favorite Disney princess, I guess Snow White, because it was like the original. Because it's kind of where it all started. Or is it Minnie Mouse?
Wait, Jessica Rabbit is a Disney princess? Oh no, that's just gross glorification of the fact that she's got big boobs and everyone wanted to see it.
She's not a Disney princess.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't think... yeah, that's...
Anyone from Toontown
This isn't
is not
Disney.
a Disney princess.
This is
Disney
not
princesses
Disney.
do not live in Toontown. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is an Italian artist that has done
Yeah,
it.
well,
Is that what it is? It's not actually Disney artists?
No.
Ah, okay. Then Disney has no class anymore. I mean,
Nope.
they're just classless
I mean,
now.
no, Disney has class.
Yes, they do.
Who's your favorite Disney princess, Tom?
It's got so much class.
Blossom.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm just imagining the thing that she'd do. Yeah.
Why? She wasn't a Disney princess? Wasn't that an ABC show? I don't know.
Shoot.
It probably qualifies.
Topanga from Boy Meets World, because I used to watch that on the Disney Channel on repeat.
Because she's got an enormous mouth.
She does.
She does have a
Hey, can we have Blossom on the podcast next week? Because that would be awesome.
Work on it.
Milam Halleck. She does not shave her armpits, or is it her legs?
Mayim Bialik.
Mayim Bialik.
I'm sure she doesn't. I don't know.
Hey, what's
There
the
was
name of
some.
the girl
There was
that's
some.
funky
There was
Disney?
some article about how she doesn't prescribe to these, rules about women shaving body parts, and she's like, I never have. It just
She's a
doesn't.
sadist. Then.
Just
Rock
not a
on.
thing.
Rock on, I say.
It's just not. A thing.
I wouldn't. If I was a woman, I don't know, I wouldn't be shaving.
Sadist.
Certainly not my underarms. Maybe my legs, because I think my legs look awesome shaved. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. So
Yes, they
I
do.
totally would
Wait,
do that. But
did
my
I say that out
underarms,
loud?
no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I mean, I get annoyed when I have to shave this, so I'm certainly not shaving that. God.
I shave my underarms, and it's quite nice.
Do you really?
Well, I don't do it all the time. It's not like I keep bare, but keeping the hair short in there allows your deodorant to work better.
Breathe.
I'm sorry. So you take your electric razor and put it
Yes.
on setting 4, and
Right.
or do you take your comb and scissors and like give it a little barber's trim?
I have a body razor that I take the body razor and
Are you feathering your pit hair?
right here. You see that?
Yes,
oh my
indeed.
God!
And we
I'm
reached
totally
a new
fascinated.
low.
This is fascinating to me.
This is
So
why-
you are manscaping your underarms.
Yeah,
Do you manscape
just-
your chest?
No, I don't actually have anything growing on my chest.
That's
to
right. You are
manscape.
pretty bare.
I'm
Not to-
pretty bare.
Sorry
I'm
to
pretty bare.
tell our audience, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to hide.
I got bird's nest material here. So
So speaking of bare man body, apparently an ex-stripper was running for Arkansas lieutenant governor in the past election.
proof of that. I came out to endorse her.
Carmen's
No,
gay.
it was a him. It was a him.
Well, I came out to endorse him as well. Nice.
The end.
How did he? Wow, that shows me. I assume stripper. I immediately assume woman.
That's right.
Wait,
Damn, Tom.
hold up a second.
Check yourself.
So this is a senator that's a stripper?
Yeah, check the showcase.
Yep.
So
It's
how
in
did
there.
the results? How did the results go?
John Burkhalter.
Did he win, please?
Let's look. I don't know.
He probably didn't win because he's a Green Party candidate.
It was when he was in Little Rock, and he's always been an athlete. And he's actually buying cows from a farm.
Well, if you're going to talk like you're from Arkansas, you better act like you're from Arkansas. There ain't nothing wrong with the Ozarks. Because it all comes from a town called Hope.
This guy,
I've been to a town called Hope. Sorry.
No. This guy, he's a fine-looking politician.
No, he's not that fine-looking.
He looks like a politician.
He does look like a politician.
Michelle, you have to keep the accent going when you're talking about this fine young gentleman.
You got to just say he looks like a politician.
Pretty much. So I don't have enough brain power to imagine what he would have been like.
And what were the planks of this gentleman's platform?
As a Chippendale.
Oh my God! I just finally saw a picture.
Yeah, nailed it, didn't it?
It actually looks like remember that SNL sketch with Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley auditioning for the Chippendales. This is Chris Farley. You remember that sketch?
You know, it takes all kinds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
was he running for state senate?
He was running for lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor, which is mentioned in the show notes.
Well, why didn't he win?
Because he has too much chin.
And then?
The end. Next topic. What's the next topic? Oh, Silk Road goes down. Apparently there was a snarky comment in the takedown notice for the Silk Road 2.0. So they took down 55 Tor nodes that were running the Silk Road 2.0, which is a place that you can buy for Bitcoin, things that you can't buy on the open market in an online, fairly obvious way. And so the FBI took him down, and they basically had in the letter that said they were taking him down, basically said...
It wasn't the FBI, it was Interpol. The guy was out of Ireland, right? That's the guy they took down out of Ireland?
This is the Silk Road 2.0. And they took out many U.S. servers. But the comment I was looking at was they basically said... this Silk Road is only a road to prison or some such comment. And so they kind of made a play on words that this road only leads to prison in their takedown notice. And I'm like, okay, really?
Well, can I jump in here for a second? Because I kind of heard this on public radio when I was driving home from work one day. And and you might be right, Jeff. It might be the FBI. But I thought this guy was out of, well, whatever server this guy... I don't know if he was maintaining the server or whatever, but I heard a very interesting kind of conversation with the kind of like the head of Interpol and how they release every year an actual quarterly or yearly results of how their cyber time, what is it called? Cyber crime. Whatever they're going after. And these guys are always constantly behind what is occurring on said websites. And
what now?
When Silk Road 2.0 got shut down, Interpol was a large part of that. And Interpol was saying they're always constantly behind the supply side of this thing. So there's always going to be, you got to find it at the very end level of where these are coming from, and that's how this guy got busted. So the supply is always going to be out there. It's actually the end result of the people that are receiving the supply. It's how this guy got busted.
Got it. So their letter, the wording of their letter was, let's be clear, this Silk Road, in whatever form, is the road to prison.
I'll say that again in the voice of Ronald Reagan.
Let's be clear. This Silk Road, in whatever form,
no,
is the road to prison.
Totally Roosevelt.
Yeah, that is Roosevelt.
It was clearly a politician, though. I didn't win for politician.
Now, let's be clear.
Let you hash
This Silk Road is a road to prison.
Ooh.
It sounded very 80s, kind of like
Yeah.
or even Arnold Schwarzenegger should have been like, this road is a road to prison. Consider yourself offline.
Now, can I do it in Ross Perot?
Oh, please do.
Your dial-up has received busy signal.
Now, let's be clear here, okay? There's Silk Road on this chart here, right? This chart, Silk Road, in whatever form you can find it, is the road to prison. He's gonna go to prison. You know that? That's my best.
Let's be clear. This Silk Road is a pathway to prison.
Thank you, President Barack Obama. Barry,
We could
that
do
was
this
a
all
good
day.
one. We really could. There's so many presidents to do.
But all I know is her lips on me are beautiful.
And the phrase "I can't even" has gotten a take back. The one of the public figures who uses it all the time. Oh, come on! I put it in the things.
Silk Road.
What's her name? Did you put it on?
Beyonce.
No, you didn't put it on. This girl. Oh my God! Where did
Yes,
it go?
I did.
I missed it.
Kacey Musgraves.
Kacey Musgraves, right?
What?
So she's the one. She's one of the people who says, "I can't even" all the time, right? Kacey Musgraves. She got 2 awards, right? And after that, she wrote on her Tumblr, "I will endeavor to regain my ability to even."
What does that mean?
It's a take back of "I can't even."
I can't even.
I don't understand.
I can't even. It's a thing that kids say.
Oh, my goodness gracious. So,
Yep.
any rate, this will
Next
be
topic.
continuing. Silk Road will still be out there. It'll be a Silk Road 10.0. And there's absolutely no way that you can control the situation.
Except for to find Taylor Swift's belly button.
Kind of like women. You can't control women.
Yeah, you can.
Ha! Oh, I'm leading on to feminism here. So we got some feminism
Oh,
topics.
yeah.
Nice foray. Nice segue.
The one that I ran into was the top 10 most female actresses with the most money, right? So guess who the number 1 net worth female actress
Oprah.
is?
Beyonce.
Nope. Actress, not she's like a mogul. Oprah's other stuff. She didn't get it from her actressing.
Katharine Hepburn.
Nope.
Oh, is this a live person or a dead person?
These are all active actresses, people who
Jennifer
are actively in the movie and film and TV business.
Angelina Jolie.
That is correct.
Angelina.
Wow.
Angelina Jolie, followed by Sandra Bullock, followed by Halle Berry, Linda Hamilton, Scarlett Johansson, Jennifer Lawrence, Uma
Wait.
Thurman, Sigourney Weaver, Mila Jovovich,
Linda Hamilton.
Jessica Alba. Right?
I know,
What the
right?
hell has Linda Hamilton done from Beauty and the Beast?
This is net worth. This is net worth, I think,
Right.
is the listing.
Right,
So,
right.
because obviously Linda Hamilton and even Sigourney Weaver doesn't act as much these days. But
Nope.
Linda Hamilton, maybe it's still residuals from Terminator.
Wow.
But I guess my thing of why this is a feminist topic was because I look at the top picture on the beginning of this article, and it basically shows all of these women in scantily clad outfits from male-dominated or comic book style, either video game or comic book style movies that they all did that promulgated their sexuality. And that their hotness was the reason that they got into these movies and were able to make the money that they made. Right? We can always guarantee Frank's going to have an awful soundtrack of something that we can barely
What was
understand.
it? What was
That
it?
was Terminator 2 Judgment Day, man. Come
I
on.
thought that was your blender that you were just
Yeah.
running in the background.
It really just sounded like it was static.
I just can't get over Linda Hamilton. Linda Hamilton. I mean, really. Wow.
I
Would
say
you prefer
good on
Linda
you,
Blair?
ladies. Good on you. We're just at 100 years that we've got the vote. And fuck yeah, we've got $125 million for whoever. And I mean, this is great. I whatever. Celebrate them.
Look at that drop though between 1 to 10, right? Isn't 10 like 20 million?
Yeah, 10's 20 million.
What's the drop between the top 10 male
Oh,
film star earners or net worth?
top.
Damn, I take it all back. Now that I'm looking at this. God damn it. Why has Halle Berry got 70 million, yet the two white girls got 145 and 125
Because she was in a
million?
Bond movie. That's what upped it up.
No, but why isn't she? She's in a lot of flippin' movies.
I don't know any other movie Halle Berry is in.
Swordfish.
I know she was married to David Justice. That's about it.
You may not be the target audience.
How am I not the target audience for Halle Berry's success?
I don't know, dude.
The number one, the number 10 is Salman Khan, which is a Bollywood actor. Number 9, and the Bollywood actor is 200 million at the age of 48.
No, he's the creator of the Khan Academy.
No.
God, I just had a bad thought in my head.
Then we got Will Smith, who's 215 million. Will Smith for 215. Leo is 215.
Yeah.
Sly Stallone 275.
That's
Keanu
dope.
Reeves 350.
Matrix.
Tom Hanks 390.
Toy Story.
Johnny Depp 450.
Willy
Everything.
Wonka and Chocolate Factory.
Tom Cruise 480.
Top Gun.
Scientology.
Scientology, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shakur Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. 600 million.
Slumdog
And the
Millionaire.
number one, the number one is an American. Guess.
George Clooney.
George
That's a
Clooney.
good guess, yeah.
No. Nope. He did a show about nothing.
Oh, Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, 820 million.
Are you
820 million.
serious?
Oh my god. It's got to be
Oh
all
my
the
God.
all the residual checks from that B movie because everybody loved me as a B.
Wow.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
Sorry, but like, look at that point. Every single man over $200 million, right?
Damn.
I just
So,
sorry to
you know,
like bring that up, but I was just like, It's like we've come so far.
Wait, George,
We've got so far yet to go.
Yeah.
what happened to George?
The problem is you've come so far, but they keep moving. They keep raising the bar. They're like,
You guys keep going too, damn it.
Yeah, exactly.
What about the guy that plays PETA on the Hunger Games? Why is he not up there?
Oh, because you have not contributed to him enough yet there, Frank.
Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
We've got
you know, I could have tied that into the whole thing. Things that piss me off, that should piss me off. I'm sick and fucking tired of these last books in these series being, well, really to tell the story we have to make 2 movies. Oh yeah, because you're really concerned about storytelling by turning a book into a movie. Fuck you, Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. Fuck you, Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2. That's not about story. Fuck you, The Hobbit in 3 films.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up with that?
So, yeah, because that's all about storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Michael Bay.
Fuck you, Peter Jackson.
Fuck you all. We know what you're doing. You're getting our money.
But we don't say fuck you to our audience because we love you.
We love you guys. And the FCC, we don't say that to them either. We've
Hello?
got one more thing on the docket. Yes, hey Jeff. How you
Oh, I'm
doing?
sorry. I just thought my mic stopped working.
No, that
I was
you did
talking,
good.
and nobody listened to me.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh.
Nobody ever listens to me. Damn it. I'm just kidding.
We're listening now. We're always listening.
No, it's okay.
Is there anything else that you would like to put on the list?
No, I just wanted to say Mike Myers made more money than any of those females on the top 10 net worth. Mike Myers. What did he do that was good? A little bit of Saturday Night Live?
Austin.
Really not much?
Austin
no,
Powers?
Austin Powers, yeah.
All right, fine.
He killed a lot of babysitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell Mom the babysitter's dead?
He also did Wayne and Garth, right?
Yeah.
No, that was a Halloween
Wait.
joke. Mike Myers. Michael
Mike
Myers.
was in
Oh, I see what you're saying.
World?
I don't get it.
Wah, wah.
No, Mike Myers was in. Oh shit, he was in Wayne's World. Holy fuck.
Yeah?
Wow.
Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth.
Garth. Yes.
All right. I
Oh,
think that's going to
Yes.
nip it. Shall we nip it?
Yeah.
Is the bud ready to be nipped?
Let's put this dog down.
Let's
Time to
put
take
this
Old
dog
Yeller out back.
down. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. I thank our illustrious audience once again for making this the most wonderful podcast that I am a part of on every Sunday, and the individuals in this room for raising my awareness of things that I did not know. Thank you for being who you are. So next week, we'll be talking about other things that you don't have to think about. Wait. No. My tagline. Let's do it. You don't have to think like me.
You don't have to think like me.
You don't have to think like me.
I don't think, but this podcast is brought to you by viewers like you, and we should hang out.
We should hang